Hey guys, it's April 29th, the 10:16 p.m. and I'm gonna show you guys a quick day trade I'll be trading. This is Amazon, right? Amazon, we know that it's gapped down crazy below this area after earnings call. You know, one of the biggest company in the world just dropped about 10%. Nothing crazy, right? And I'm just looking forward to see to see if I can put a position here for day trading. Now, what I could either go long or short. It doesn't really matter. But as of right now, I think I am going short. I do have a short position right now. I got in the position at right here, and with my stop literally at the top right here. And the reason why I put in this trade is because the stock came back down, and then quite strongly on the 5-minute chart, we can see that we got 3 red candles, and then we pull back a little bit right here, setting up a you could call it a bullish bearish flag or anything. But the most important thing is I see that I pull back to the VWAP of the day, and it doesn't seem like we're breaking that strongly. Like I'm currently not seeing something like we got to VWAP and we just broke through it and then start retesting the VWAP or anything like that. But instead, we were finding buyers here. We were finding sellers here, and the price seems to be struggling. So I believe that likely that this stock is got further. It's gonna go down lower. Basically, I don't think the selling is done. So I put in a position. And that's pretty much it. And I'm gonna just wait here and see how the stock moves. And I do have my stop at the high of right there. So if we get kicked, then it is what it is. A little bit above. My stop is at 25.61. Now, it might be a little bit hard for people to grasp because how Amazon is like a $2,000 stock, right? It might be a little confusing to trade it, but it's not that hard. All you gotta do, if the number of the price is too big for your brain to comprehend, it's too big for anybody's brain to comprehend. It's too big for me to comprehend, right? You just gotta move the decimal 2 times to the left. So you can see me that I'm kind of trading the stock at $25.39. That's where I want to short it. And my stop at $25.61. So you can see it's about like a 22-cent difference for my stop. And that would be a lot. Like if you look at it that way, it would be a lot easier. But yeah, let's wait and see. Anyways, yeah, so refer to the previous. So earlier that first cut of the video was on April 29th in the morning when I shorted Amazon. And the trade went for too long, so I didn't upload the entire thing. And let's do a little breakdown on what I did right later on afterwards. You guys can see all the stuff that's drawn here. That's because this is my second time recording this. I forgot to unmute the mic. So let's get started. So what basically happened in the actual trading was that this is the entire day data on the 1-minute chart, April 29th. Every single bar here represents 1 minute, and the yellow line is VWAP. And what happened that day is that we gapped down. We gapped down in the morning due to earnings, gapped down like 10%, right? And I didn't want to trade it because we don't know. I want to know if I could go long or go short. And immediately, we got lower and then we got higher above the VWAP. That's not enough to that. Now this is where the important thing gets. So we got above the VWAP. Now I want to know if the buyers or the sellers are going to take control here. And it seems like right after we got above the VWAP, people got too excited And then we got into a sell off, and the sell off resulted, uh, sold the stock price below the daily VWAP for this day. And I'm like, okay, so buyers were strong in the morning and sellers were strong in the morning. Let's see which way, what are they still stronger? Like which side is still stronger after these violent roller coaster-ish movements, right? And we can see that now the buyers are trying to come in, and this time it was not strong enough to push way above the VWAP again. We got to the VWAP and immediately sellers showed up right here, right? So then I was like, okay, it seems like seller is weak. Let's see if they're weak enough to push the price lower. Technically right here I could get involved, but I'm not, I want to be a little more patient. I was also looking at the 5-minute chart. So, I was using the 1 minute to trade, but I was also looking at 5-minute chart. I was like, let's wait a little bit and see. So we can see that on the 1-minute chart, in the end we result in the stock going down even further, right? So I was like, okay, seller took control. The stock price died, and perfect. I am not involved in the stock. I didn't short. I didn't go long. I don't know what to do, right? I just want to observe and see what's going on. And then we see that buyers are starting to show up a little bit right here. And now I want to say, okay, is the buyer strong enough to break this thing above the VWAP this time? And then it seems like that didn't happen. We got to the VWAP, seller show up again, and then we got up again. We got below the VWAP once again after getting above that high. And I kind of see that as, okay, if people that got in early, chase this thing, and they would have gone kicking out if they had their stop here. So now I'm like, well, maybe now this is where I get involved, because it seems like the buyers are not strong enough to push the stock above the VWAP. If I look at it on the 5-minute chart, that's exactly what I saw. This is kind of where I was looking at. I was like, okay, we got, the stocks got excited, buyers got excited here, so the price got bought up, but then it's slowing down here a little bit. And if it's slowing down, that often is a sign of weakness. So this is where I actually got involved in the stock, right? With my stop at this green arrow right here. I'll put a square box right here. That's my stop, right? We never got kicked out right here. This was below this price right here, this peak. And then so I was in the stock, and then we got lower and lower, lower. Slowly, as this stock got to this area, right? And then it pulled back up a little bit and then moved lower. I've moved my stop from here all the way down to this area, right? And then the stock went down lower, lower, lower. Around right here is when I start selling off a bit. I sold a third right here, and I moved my stop to this high right here that I made. And then it got lower and lower, 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 and then we pull back up a little bit. And I was like, maybe we reverse right here. Let's see, because if this reverse and kicks me out, if it comes all the way up to this high right here, I'll be like, okay, then I guess it's gonna reverse back. But it didn't, and it went lower and lower, lower, and that's how I was like, okay, time to lock in more profit. But I didn't actually sell to lock in profit. I sort of just lowered my stop and made the difference right here, right? And it's not, the P&L isn't closed yet, so we don't know. And the stock start to get really excited, and this is where I start to get really aggressive with my profit taking. It got really aggressive down here. I saw another third down here, and then I moved my stop all the way down to this area, right? And then we start pulling back up again a little bit, and I'm already out 2/3 of my shares, so I'm being pretty patient. So I was like, okay, if this thing starts pushing lower, I can move my stop to here, which will guarantee myself a lot of the profit from this area, right? So I will be able to eat all that. And that did happen, and the stock went lower, and then I just put my stop right there. And then stock got lower and lower. I later on moved my stop to here, and around this area, right? So people are gonna be like, Forte, you're a bullshit trader. You saw at the bottom. It's not. I didn't really sell at the bottom. Like this peak right here, very peak right here, I did not sell right there. I did not sell here either, right? If I were to sell the stock around this area, I probably would have sold here or like here, right? But I sold the stock around this area when I was getting back up, right? I kind of am like, okay, the stock it's pulled back a little bit right here. Maybe it goes lower, so I can put my stop down here. And then it started going lower, but immediately it got bought up, and then it started consolidating again. I was like, okay. seems like, you know, we're like, this is more than just a pullback, because we found buyers immediately, and it's just we try to go back down, and it failed immediately. Last couple times, if you guys were to look at it, every time after a little pullback, it tries to go back down. The buyers never really stood back in. Like, it pulled back up right here and then try to go back down, and you know, we got lower and lower and lower and lower basically. But this right here is a little bit different, you know. I was like, okay, maybe, you know, like, this is it, you know, the stock is going to reverse. So I saw everything right here, and then I was looking to buy on the long side, because, you know, the reason why I saw it's because I think it's going to go higher this time. And then it got higher, it did indeed. And then basically I just kind of let it run. I didn't get involved any of these, like all these profit right here, or all these long runs. I didn't get any of it. You know, that's not, I don't really, it's, I can't really catch the best moves. Like, I can't bet, because to me those are more like a high risk move, right? I want a low risk move. I don't care about how good the reward is. Sometimes it's high reward, sometimes it's low reward, but at least the risk, I want it to be low. And the stock got up, got pushing, pull all the way back to this area, right? And then so technically right here, you know, I could get evolved right here with my stop at the low right here, but I didn't want to get in there because I want to see the stock putting in another higher low, which immediately it did, and then it put a higher low, and then I got evolved right here again with my stop right there at the very low, right? It's a really quick trade. The market was about to close. That's where I got evolved, right? Just a little bit, and it got going, and I saw a third of the shares right here, and then I moved my stop up a little bit to the next candle, and I got stopped out, and that was it for the trade. I didn't make a lot on this one, but overall right here, I pretty much ate majority of it, about this much. I pretty much ate it on the way down, and that's it for my Amazon trade. I don't know if you guys like these kind of videos, reviews, but I will make them if you guys do like it. I will not make them if you guys don't like it, because it seems like, you know, it very much sound like I could be making all of these stuff up unless I recorded the whole thing, which I recorded the earlier part of me entering the stock. The later part, like you guys can see, it lasted the entire day. It would have been a 4-hour video, right? So I'm not about uploading those kind of stuff because people don't watch those anyways. But yeah, that's it. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.